Hello children, come back to your SST classes. Today we are going to discuss chapter 5, Motions of the Earth. If I tell you that the Earth is always spinning, a question may arise in your mind that why can't we feel the movement then? This is because the Earth is moving at a steady rate, a steady speed, and we are moving along with it. To us, it seems as if the sun, moon, and other heavenly bodies are continuously moving and the earth is motionless. In fact, the earth is moving and the other heavenly bodies are not. There are two main types of movements of the earth. One is the rotation and the other is revolution. We are going to study rotation in details today. I have a bangle with me. Let me spin the bangle and see what happens. An imaginary line passes through the bangle. Once more, an imaginary line passes through this bangle. Now, same way the earth is also spinning and it spins on an imaginary line called the axis of the earth. This axis of the earth is a bit tilted and it passes through the center of the earth. The axis of the earth has two endpoints. One, the north pole, and the other, the south pole. Now, the earth, as I have told you, is continuously spinning on its axis. It spins from west to east. This movement of the earth on its axis, spinning movement of the earth on its axis is called rotation. Earth takes 24 hours or 1 day to complete one full rotation. Now, let us see what are the effects of rotation. Let us discuss what are the effects of rotation. The main effect is it causes day and night. It also makes the sun, moon and other heavenly bodies appear as if they are rising from east and setting in the west. Come to chapter 5, open chapter 5, Motions of the Earth. See, I have said it has two main types of motion, that is rotation and revolution. Next page, I have discussed axis, north pole, south pole. In this diagram, we can see the earth, an imaginary line passing through it known as the axis, this end known as the north pole and this end known as the south pole. Now, come to this diagram. At any given time, only half of the earth faces the sun. This half faces the sun. This side receives the sunlight and it is day there. At the same time, the other half of the earth faces away from the sun and it is night there. As the earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, each place on the earth's surface has day and night in turn during those 24 hours. Okay? Now, when it is night time in India, this you can see is India. When it is night time in India, it is daytime in United States of America, which is on this part somewhere here, which faces the sun rays, okay? Which is located on the other side of the earth. As the earth continues to spin, USA slowly moves into darkness. This way, west to east it spins. So this part, that USA part, will come this side, moves into darkness, and India moves into sun's light. Okay. Now I would like to tell you that, do you know that Japan is called the land of rising sun? But why? Japan is one of the first countries to spin into the sun's light every morning. It is therefore called the land of the rising sun. Now, the imaginary line that separates the lighted portion of the earth from the portion which is in darkness, that means this imaginary line, okay, is called the circle of illumination. It separates the lighted portion and the dark portion. This, as I have told you, this is the North Pole. This is the South Pole. This is the equator which divides the earth into two hemispheres, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. These are Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic circles. These are latitude circles. Okay. Now, the time just before sunrise, when there is faint light in the sky, have you observed that, children? That is called the dawn. And the time just after sunset is called the dusk. This soft light in the sky at dawn and dusk is called twilight. Okay? Now, another thing I would like to tell you is, the spinning of the earth also affects its shape. It causes the earth to look like a flattened orange. Have you seen an orange? It is flattened at the top and bottom and bulging round the middle. Same way, the earth is also flattened at the top and bottom and bulging round the middle. This shape is called a geoid. This is very important. The shape of the earth is called geoid. It is not round, but it is geoid. So children, this much for today. Today we have completed rotation of the earth and its effects of rotation. Hope you have understood well. Go through the chapter. And if you have any problem, let me know. All the difficult words, dawn, dusk, twilight, all these I have discussed. I think you will find it very easy if you go through the chapter twice or thrice.